Online for this matchup in the bantamweight division. Your favorite is Alan Bagoso coming in at 5-1, taking on Christian Giovanni. The comeback on him is plus 376. Make sure you scan the QR code for the latest odds coming in from Bet Online.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the LFA Octagon, Christian Giovanni.
Over 5 years since his last fight, Nick Diaz trained Christian Giovanni returns tonight. First time he's entering the cage since May of 2018.
Been away for 5 years, and listen, he was all like, yo, it was for my better. And here's the thing about it. He's training in the Diaz camp, and they really push their guys, and you're fighting every single time you're in the gym, just training. So he's like, I haven't really felt much. I haven't felt like I really missed a beat. But the keys to victory for him is he has to have nice forward pressure with his strikes, so that way he can land into the clinch and get the fight where he wants. He wants to fight on the ground. Land the big overhand. Don't just get so predictable with going for the clinch. Use some overhands and land some big bombs and get the fight on the ground. The sub game is where he shines at, the ground and pound, but he needs to watch though. He needs to watch. Sometimes he has the tendency to lean a little too far to the inside, which can serve him bad because he looks like he's getting caught with a head kick.
Talking with Nate Diaz, who is in the house here at the KP Arena, said this guy is a dog. He will go in there and scrap. That's why he's a part of the NDA Stockton team. Been training there since 2015. Said without the layoff, his personal life got in the way. There wasn't a lot of opportunities, but he never stopped loving the sport of MMA. And now he returns after a 5-year hiatus.
And now his opponent making his way to the Octagon, Alan Bagoso.
Tonight,
I want to get back to just let the
that Uriah Faber will. Let's go back inside the LFA Octagon. Let's get the official fighter introductions. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LFA 165 featured bout tonight on UFC Fight Pass and is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Bantamweight division. Brought to you tonight by Fred Loya Insurance. Car insurance coverage for every budget. Get an instant quote at fredloya.com. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This boxer and jiu-jitsu style fighter stands 5'6", weighed in 137 pounds. He holds a professional record, 4 wins, 2 defeats, with 1 win by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing NDA, fighting out of Stockton, California, Christian Giovanni. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a striker standing 5'5", weighed in 136 pounds. He holds a professional record, 7 wins, 3 defeats with 1 draw. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout and 3 by way of submission. Representing Team Alpha Male, fighting out of Sacramento, California by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Alan Mini Bagoso. Your referee is Frank Trigg.
Gentlemen, you got your stuff to the locker room. Play my commands at all times. First up at all times. You want to touch gloves, do it now. Go back to your corners and come out swinging.
Alan Bagoso looking to break a 2-fight losing streak. He's 2-3 in his last fight. He has the red tape and the blue trunks. Christian Giovanni returning to action for the first time in 5 years. He's got the blue tape and the black and gray shorts. Ron Kruk and Rashad Evans with you from Santa Cruz, California. This is LFA number 165.
Both of these fighters are taking the time right now, measuring each other out, feeling each other out.
Giovanni coming out in southpaw position. And Bugoso said, I faced southpaw in my last fight. I know what to expect. Said he wanted to show off his ground game, but he definitely wants to strike as he usually does. He feels that Giovanni will try and take him down after he feels the power in his punches.
Well, already Bugoso is showing that body kick with the straight right kick to the body, and I feel like that's probably the best for when you're going against the southpaw. Start landing those big body shots, and it changes the way they're standing. It changes their whole posture. You see Bugoso with the level changes, quick level changes. He's hoping that Giovanni will go down too, so then maybe he can explode with something. We've seen Bugoso do jump knees in the past.
Absolutely.
So we know the type of explosiveness he has.
Caught Giovanni coming in there. 6 first round finishes for Alan Bugoso. As we mentioned, 2 have come under a minute. It's got a 45 and 48 second finish.
Man, nice body kick there. And that's got to be the story for the fight for him. He's got to keep going back to that very often, because what happens is he starts landing that, and he starts landing the big right hand, as you just seen.
3 knockout victories out of 7, so 3 submissions. Made his pro debut back in March of 2016 at age 18.
Giovanni's trying to give some different looks, trying to throw things up. Giovanni he's doing really well with changing his levels up, changing up the tempo of his attack. And that's what it is. When you got to find your rhythm and you can't find it, you start finding it in marginal success. Find it in little things, and before you know it, you get the momentum going on things that are working well for you.
Although it's been a minute, Christian Giovanni, he's made some quick work of his opponents as well. Has a couple of first-round finishes, but he's been to a decision in 4 straight bouts.
That straight right hand just found his mark for Bugoso.
Another solid kick to the ribs.
Giovanni did a good job just fighting off of the cage, throwing some punches to make sure he gets off the fence, because against the cage, he's going to find himself eating a lot of those right hands by Bugoso. Bugoso was just lining them up.
Originally from Sao Paulo, Brazil, Alan Bugoso comes in with a 3-2 record here in the LFA. Christian Giovanni is making his Legacy Fighting Alliance debut.
Nice exchange there.
Yeah, both fighters landing.
Both fighters landing, but Bugoso the last one in there. And that's what the judges need to see sometimes. They need to see the last man striking.
Feature fight of the night here at LFA number 165. Bantamweight division.
Giovanni's got an interesting jab, the way he just kind of flicks it out there, but I feel like if he put a little bit more sting to it, that he has to put a little bit more sting to it, to be honest. Because if he's not putting the sting to it and he's just kind of touching, he's not making Bugoso think about anything, you know? And when you snap somebody with a jab, they have to give pause. They have to kind of take account for what you just did.
And Giovanni going on the attack, backing up Bugoso.
The body shot, the body kicks is...
Even though he blocked it, man, they're going to take its toll, aren't they?
They're just so concussive. Oh, nice knee there. And that was what I was talking about on the inside, that right knee. You've seen Giovanni just duck right into it, but he ate it well. Wow. Nice strike there, left hook, right hand by Bugoso. Nice slide elbow you see Bugoso going there with.
Right now, Bugoso landing 74% of his strikes thrown. compared to Giovanni at only 24%.
Bugoso doing some work here. Just body shot here, just landing in there.
Yeah.
Right here, right hand, just a sniper in there. Perfect timing. Right hand, left hook, right hand.
Alan Bugoso on fire in that first round, outlanding Christian Giovanni 2-1. 24-12.
Bugoso's already up. He's already up standing.
Yeah, he's ready.
That was 30 seconds on the stool, and now he's walking around. If you're Giovanni and you need that minute,
oh man.
Oh boy. What?
Yeah. I mean, Bugoso's just looking at us here like, hey, let's go. Come on. Let's get back to work.
Yes.
See if Christian Giovanni tries to change up the game plan here in the second round. Referee Frank Trigg will get us going. Great to have Trigger in the octagon tonight. Who's who in the sport and world of MMA here in Santa Cruz, California, Rashad?
I think that's great, though. And it really says a lot about LFA, that people are coming out to see it, that the fighters that have a name are coming out to see it and still understand what this opportunity means.
Absolutely. Said it many times before, the quickest way to get to the UFC or Bellator is win a title here in the LFA. Put over 250 athletes into the UFC.
And for years, I've talked about these guys, and when they got to the UFC, and when they come to the UFC, they're always ready. And no wonder why. You see guys like Bugoso. You know, this is really a true testing ground because the competition is so stiff. There are no easy fights. There you go, Bugoso jumping up with the jump knee. He made the read. He's seen it. He's seen Giovanni leaning in.
And a devastating kick to the inside of the thigh. Bugoso teeing off right now, landing 69% of his kicks. Well, and the key, Rashad, as we were talking about earlier, you know, not only getting to the UFC, but more importantly, staying at the UFC and having success there.
Yeah, and the strength of schedule that comes along with it, trying to compete at this level, at the LFA, is such a strength of schedule. These guys are they're evenly matched, and when they get to the UFC, they're ready for the next level. And you see Giovanni trying to find his way on the inside, giving Bugoso some looks.
Again, it's been over 5 years since Christian Giovanni has fought. You know, shaking off the ring rust pretty quickly. There's a little swag there from the NDA Stockton representative, Giovanni.
You know, Giovanni needs to get busy with the right hand. He needs to get busy with his lead hand. I feel like if he got busy with that lead hand, that could change some things for him. That could really start to have him change some things together and start to find some success in his fight. But he's a step behind tonight, you know. Bugoso is just too far ahead of him.
Yeah. Bugoso's speed is on display right now and movement looking very fluid.
And look at the fakes and level changes, the changes in tempo that Bugoso is doing. All of those things, it makes it hard if you're facing Bugoso to really understand what you should do, what he's about to do.
Christian Giovanni ate that kick as he was coming in.
And Bugoso's not afraid at all of the jab of Giovanni, you know, and that's what I was talking about. Giovanni needing to really make a statement, not make a statement, but just really establish that jab early out. He needs to establish that jab, and it's not too late to even just get it out there right now to start hitting, but he's got to start throwing it.
Also landing 59% of his kicks thrown.
And right now, when you see Bugoso being measured and kind of taking his time, that's when Giovanni's really got to start to mix it in there. get Bugoso starting to react to what he's going to do. That's the speed right there, Bugoso. Oh my gosh!
Christian Giovanni took that kick to the body, and I mean, that thing echoed throughout this arena.
These dudes from Stockton are tough, man. They're
Unbelievable,
tough, man.
right?
Unbelievable. It's crazy.
Well, and not shockingly, Christian Giovanni has never been finished. And being able to withstand a shot like that is probably why.
But I mean, he's got to be more than about just not getting finished, right?
Right.
We need to really start to put some things together, try to start to chain together some kind of success in this fight. Oh my gosh,
There is a shot from Bugoso, drops Giovanni, and looking for the finish. There's the bell. Bugoso. Exclamation point to end that round. Dropped Giovanni, and he was in a lot of trouble. The time just ran out.
Yeah, he was, you know. Bugoso's looking amazing right now. He's having his way out there. Everything that he's really trying to throw with an intent is landing. As you see here, almost landing with a nice knee there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And you see leg kick to the inside. He's having so much success landing from the inside. And at the end of the round, you see nice left hook. That wobbles Giovanni, and Giovanni decides to go down to not take a risk of taking any more damage. But, you know, Bugoso's all over him, all over him. He's looking fresh still, only sat on the stool for about another 20 seconds this time.
See him bouncing around in front of us. Push Frank Trigg out of the way, saying, okay, let's keep going.
Man, we need to put this dude in a 5-round fight or something.
Absolutely. He's had 2 of them. Couple of LFA title fights.
And that's the thing, when you have a few title fights, it forever changes the way you do 15 minutes. It forever changes the way you feel about even doing the 15 minutes.
Yeah. And again, you know, he mentioned he almost seemed like there was just some pressure off of him. You know, he was excited to get back in there, but, you know, not a title fight tonight. Knew he just had to come in, get a victory, and just get back, you know, into the win column. But he just was very relaxed, focused, and it's showing here tonight in this performance.
Yeah, he's super relaxed, and we talked to him yesterday, and he spoke about what he needed to do to get himself into his zone. And he said, I just need to take the pressure off myself, and he's done that. He's taken the pressure off himself, saying that, I don't know when the fight is going to be that gets me the call to the UFC, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to enjoy the process. And Ron, that is so rare to hear these young guys say that, because a lot of them don't say it.
And we heard that a few times yesterday. Shard. I mean, you're exactly right.
But it's when you climb that ladder and when you think you're at that level and then you get that disappointment, it takes some time to kind of sit back and recalibrate things. Sure. Like, okay, now what I need to do different, and find that silver lining inside of that loss.
Christian Giovanni, Nate Diaz trained fighter, still hanging in. As we mentioned, has never been finished, came in as a big-time underdog, almost 4-1. It's been over 5 years since he had some action.
Yeah, Giovanni, he's hanging in there. He's giving a pretty good account for himself. He's giving a respectable performance. Definitely, you know, he's not falling asleep out there at all, and not giving away anything, not looking to quit. And despite, you know, being pretty much outlanded and dominated for the first 2 rounds, here he is in the 3rd round, still pressing forward, still looking to try to find some kind of marginal success.
The theme of the evening here at LFA 165. Haven't had many finishes, and a couple fights really one-sided, but those opponents who lost just showing incredible heart and desire to keep going. It's like Christian Giovanni is right now.
Yeah, the durability of the people who lost tonight was just on another level, man. I mean,
Absolutely.
as you see here, you know, Giovanni got caught with so many things, punch, kicks, knees, all to the face. And look at him, he's not wearing it too bad.
No,
he's not wearing it too bad at all. Wow.
Bagoso continuing to fire away with those kicks, attacking the lead leg.
And you see here at the third round of Bagoso, he's still creative. He's still out there trying to reinvent something to make Giovanni not understand what he's doing so he can hit him with something big. Nice.
So landing 32 out of 52 kicks thrown, 4 for 4 with knees.
You know, one thing that stands out to me by watching Bagoso is tempo changes so well. The way that he changes tempos and his speed that comes off those tempo changes, that's some high-level stuff, and that's something you don't see a lot of people do well at this level, but he does it really well.
Coming off that title fight loss to LFA Bantamweight champion John Sweeney at LFA 160. It was just back in June. You know, we talked to him and he said, hey, did you take anything away from that experience? Any lessons learned? He said, I should have been more aggressive.
As Bagoso crashes in with an overhand elbow right over the top.
And he also told us, Rashad, that he actually was considering retiring after that loss. Said he just needed some time, but he loves the sport. I think Alan Bagoso has a very bright future at only 27 years old.
Absolutely, and sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you have those fights where you're just like, why am I doing this? But then you remember that feeling. You remember that passenger you got with you that loves this stuff, that other part of you. Oh my gosh! What a spinning elbow, and that one cut open Giovanni. Something awful as the round ends in the third round, and you just see Giovanni just, wow.
Christian Giovanni is cut wide open and throws the bird to Alan Bagoso. What a finish for Bagoso. Nasty shots.
What a finish indeed. Listen, if you don't get the finish, he finished up well, though. He finished up well with that nice spinning back elbow, gave something to the fans. He didn't get the knockout. He didn't get the submission, but he's got a lot of highlights in his fight, and he got some ring time that he very well needed. You know, this ring time standing. My goodness, Christian Giovanni. I got a whole new respect for that guy, man.
Oh, man. Props NDA Stockton and the Diaz brothers. They have trained this guy incredibly, and as Nate Diaz told us earlier, this guy is a dog. Yeah, he is.
He is. You know, John Jones would be very proud of that elbow. John Jones would be very proud of that elbow that Bagoso threw.
Yes, he would. What a performance by Alan Bagoso tonight. Cut man Dale Arbuckle going to work on the other side. One of the best in the business. Oh, a little shake of the head. He's seen everything in this octagon. Unreal how Christian Giovanni was not floored. And the celebration here on top of the octagon by Team Alpha Males, Alan Bagoso. That is how you rebound from a title fight loss.
Absolutely. You know, yesterday he talked about his mental games and what it meant to him to kind of get things back on track and mental clarity that he needed in order to perform at his best. And he went out there and he did exactly everything that he said. He was nice, cool, relaxed, and he performed absolutely fantastic.
And we take one more look.
Look at that blood just dripping down. My goodness. Man, Giovanni's tough, man. Giovanni's tough.
Yeah, he is. And then he flips, the bird. Said, you are number one, Alan Bagoso. But what a performance. I mean, for not fighting in 5 years, Rashad. I mean, give Christian Giovanni some credit hanging in there, but it was all Alan Bagoso tonight. Let's get the official decision. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges see this bout the same. It's 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Alan Bagoso.